They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. I ain't praying that the kill falls off, but the kills fall off. I feel more lost, arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, dearly departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage, with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next, cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang, and of course I'm not in the triple K, so why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residence. Sadly, I ain't immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement. Death ain't music to my ears, I ain't tuned to the element. I'm surprised, the wisdom's on my shoulder to survive. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. The meaty's got the man them straining their Achilles. For the strain of the flavor, I'm gazing at the city. Labor, how they enslave us, blatantly in a pinky. Adolescent faces getting greatest through the nitties. Is it for the greater? Good for monetary self-gain, wealth gain, well paid, living that life. That kid is well trained to pick up that bike and hit the cell till he's introduced to a cellmate with 20 to life. Commissary, nutrition ain't gonna clear up your mind when you got no petty. Cash filling your pockets tonight, pick up your celly. I mute all the bullshit and grind, for real. Stay dedicated and set alight your license to kill. With all this ink, it ain't a rap, I'm just writing these wills for dead brothers, homeless and the ones who's indicted. I'm real, stressed brother, 24 years I survived in the kill. Ends got a set structure, the death number quadruples by the dozen. The school of hard knocks give all the pupils a concussion. Whether being involved or being neutral, it does nothing. Federales patrolling on the youthful, even if you're not part of crime. They pin you down if they feel that your garments are archetypal. So disgusting, gutless, there's a diminishing our survival. Counting down the days till the sudden breakaway. But for now I'm stuck between the rocks, it's hard to gain a place. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. Blacked out and 30 dons, whaps out and 30 glocks. Back out and burst it off, and then they're scurrying off into the background. They heard the cops, man down, who didn't even bang out, wasn't worthy of the whap round. Learned the song, the melody is deaf, their enemies neglect. I'm thinking that the cemetery is next, so Lord it's me again. In the end, getting ran down would be a blessing to get away. Instead of family at the wake, I'm all alone, I'm on my J's. Shot clock ticking, tripping, looking like a LMA. Take, not kidding, organs on the line like it's a maze. Grace, not hymning, but the 9B singing in the same way. Black on black, nation split, living on a J. Dame wave, how do I maintain this crossfire zone? I'm always caught in where the ends meet, but ends don't meet. The revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us owns. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. There's a potent skunky smell, residue from dusty scales on the floorboard, and a couple OZs up on the shelf, hanging chandelier slanted, plus the Skittles with the leather in a parcel bag. I have the burner wrapped up in the belt, bellied up as well, premeditated body bags for pagans, pushing a ridge back, quick cab could be bad for the bakeness on an evening shift. I'm also rolling with my dog who's got the heater with him, calm so there's breeze for the bits. The back rows coming in handy for the plan. We keep an eye out for familiar number plates for sure, really above the game. Any peculiar civilian who looks like what's his name can hold it. I'm depending on this piece, I hope it's off the chain. Raw, we don't contemplate the repercussions of what we're doing. It's kinda obvious, the beef thing is an ongoing feud, and it's for the revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers, or how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. True story, one of my brothers lost both of his parents. He was in deep trauma, so I'm glad that Jah gave him the woman of his dreams. At the stag night, celebrating the oncoming new chapter, vibing in that for the new blessing my dog about to receive. So I'm giving words of upliftment to him before I leave, unaware that he could end up again just feeling bereaved. For little lost me, grabbed my bottle of us and I was on my way home. Reached the park near my yard, I see a couple strange donnies bellied up, they pedal past. Stopped at the dead end and they spun around to block me in my path. Slowly riding up to me, I see one reach into his crutch. Silver handle, Colt 45, the Donny pulled the gun. Asked me if I'm banging for the strip, I told him nah, literally. Didn't bother shooting me, cause they saw that you knew. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. I ain't praying that the kill falls off, but the kills fall off. I feel more lost, arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, dearly departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next, cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang, and of course I'm not in the triple K, so why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residents. Sadly, I ain't immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement. Death ain't music to my ears, I ain't tuned to the element. I'm surprised, the wisdom's on my shoulder to survive. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. The meaty's got the man them straining their Achilles. For the strain of the flavor, I'm gazing at the city. Labor, how they enslave us, blatantly in a pinky. Adolescent phases getting greaters through the nitties. Is it for the greater? Good for monetary self-gain, well paid, living that life. That kid is well trained to pick up that bike and hit the cell till he's introduced to a cellmate with 20 to life. Commissary, nutrition ain't gonna clear up your mind when you got no petty. Cash filling your pockets tonight, pick up your celly. I mute all the bullshit and grind, for real. Stay dedicated and set alight your license to kill. With all this ink, it ain't a rap, I'm just writing these wills for dead brothers, homeless and the ones who's indicted. I'm real, stressed brother, 24 years I survived in the kill. Ends got a set structure, the death number quadruples by the dozen. The school of hard knocks give all the pupils a concussion. Whether being involved or being neutral, it does nothing. Federales patrolling on the youthful, even if you're not part of crime. They pin you down if they feel that your garments are archetypal. So disgusting, gutless, there's a diminishing our survival. Counting down the days till the sudden breakaway, but for now I'm stuck between the rocks, it's hard to gain a place. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. Blacked out and 30 dons, wipes out and 30 glocks, back out and burst it off, and then they're scurrying off into the background. They heard the cops, man down, who didn't even bang out, wasn't worthy of the whack round. Learned the song, the melody is deaf, their enemies neglect. I'm thinking that the cemetery is next, so Lord, it's me again. In the end, getting ran down would be a blessing to get away, instead of family at the wake. I'm all alone, I'm on my J's, shot clock ticking, tripping, looking like a LMA. Take, not kidding, organs on the line like it's a maze. Grace, not hymning, but the 9 beat singing in the same way. Black on black, nation split, living on a J Dame wave. How do I maintain this crossfire zone? I'm always caught in where the ends meet, but ends don't meet. The revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. There's a potent skunky smell, residue from dusty scales on the floorboard and a couple OZs up on the shelf, hanging chandelier slanted, plus the Skittles with the leather in a parcel bag. I have the burner wrapped up in the belt, bellied up as well, premeditated body bags for pagans, pushing a ridge back, quick cab could be bad for the baitness on an evening shift. I'm also rolling with my dog who's got the heater with him, calm so there's breeze for the bits. The back rows coming in handy for the plan we keep an eye out for, familiar number plates for sure, really above the game. Any peculiar civilian who looks like what's his name can hold it. I'm dependent on this piece, I hope it's off the chain. Raw, we don't contemplate the repercussions of what we're doing. It's kinda obvious, the beef thing is an ongoing feud and it's for the revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. True story, one of my brothers lost both of his parents. He was in deep trauma, so I'm glad that Jah gave him the woman of his dreams. At the stag night, celebrating the oncoming new chapter, vibing in that for the new blessing my dog about to receive. So I'm giving words of upliftment to him before I leave, unaware that he could end up again just feeling bereaved. For little lost me, grabbed my bottle of us and I was on my way home. Reached the park in my yard, I see a couple strange donnies ballied up, they pedal past. Stopped at the dead end and they spun around to block me in my path. Slowly riding up to me, I see one reach into his crutch. Silver handle, Colt 45, the Donny pulled the gun. Asked me if I'm banging for the strip, I told him nah, literally. Didn't bother shooting me cause they saw the genuity. And here I live to spit this to you lot, thank God I went part of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. I ain't praying that the kill falls off, but the kills fall off. I feel more lost, arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film mourn on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, dearly departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang and of course I'm not in the triple K. So why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residence. Sadly I ain't immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement. Death ain't music to my ears, I ain't tuned to the element. I'm surprised the wisdom's on my shoulder to survive. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. The meaty's got the man them straining their Achilles. For the strain of the flavor, I'm gazing at the city. Labor, how they enslave us, blatantly in a pinky. Adolescent faces getting greatest through the nitties. Is it for the greater? Good for monetary self-gain, wealth gain, well paid, living that life. That kid is well trained to pick up that bike and hit the cell till he's introduced to a cellmate with 20 to life. Commissary, nutrition ain't gonna clear up your mind when you got no petty. Cash filling your pockets tonight, pick up your celly. I mute all the bullshit and grind, for real. Stay dedicated and set alight your license to kill. With all this ink, it ain't a rap, I'm just writing these wills for dead brothers, homeless and the ones who's indicted. I'm real, stressed brother, 24 years I survived in the kill. Ends got a set structure, the death number quadruples by the dozen. The school of hard knocks give all the pupils a concussion. Whether being involved or being neutral, it does nothing. Federales patrolling on the youthful, even if you're not part of crime. They pin you down if they feel that your garments are archetypal. So disgusting, gutless, there's a diminishing our survival. Counting down the days till the sudden breakaway. But for now I'm stuck between the rocks, it's hard to gain a place. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors, the mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. Blacked out and 30 dons, wipes out and 30 glocks. Back out and burst it off, and then they're scurrying off into the background. They heard the cops, man down, who didn't even bang out, wasn't worthy of the whack round. Learned the song, the melody is deaf, their enemies neglect. I'm thinking that the cemetery is next, so Lord it's me again. In the end, getting ran down would be a blessing to get away. Instead of family at the wake, I'm all alone, I'm on my J's. Shot clock ticking, tripping, looking like a LMA. Take, not kidding, organs on the line like it's a maze. Grace, not him, but the 9B singing in the same way. Black on black, nation split, living on a J. Dame wave, how do I maintain this crossfire zone? I'm always caught in where the ends meet, but ends don't meet. The revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings, damn is regalia, and they've tainted their throne. Falling. There's a potent skunky smell, residue.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yo, it's Scomo, and in case you forgot, my face has a spot for each case that I've caught. This is Judgemental, episode 3, with myself. We're meant to have Maverick, Caveman, and Tek on. A couple of the people, there's more to be confirmed as well. A couple of the people aren't able to make it until a bit later, but I can confirm that we do have Mav. Can you hear me, Mav? Are you there, Mav?
Give me 2 minutes, Scomo.
That's all good, man. So I'm gonna give Mav a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna see you all soon. I'm gonna bounce back. So we do have a few people who are going to be coming on later, rather than at the scheduled time. But as I say, we won't be too long. See you soon.
They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. I ain't praying that the kill falls off, but the kills fall off. I feel more lost, arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, daily departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next, cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang, and of course I'm not in the triple K, so why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residence. Sadly, I ain't immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement. Death ain't music to my ears, I ain't tuned to the element. I'm surprised, the wisdom's on my shoulder to survive. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. The meaty's got the man them straining their Achilles. For the strain of the flavor, I'm gazing at the city. Labor, how they enslave us, blatantly in a pinky. Adolescent faces getting greatest through the nitties. Is it for the greater? Good for monetary self-gain, wealth gain, well paid, living that life. That kid is well trained to pick up that bike and hit the cell till he's introduced to a cellmate with 20 to life. Commissary, nutrition ain't gonna clear up your mind when you got no petty. Cash filling your pockets tonight, pick up your celly. I mute all the bullshit and grind, for real. Stay dedicated and set alight your license to kill. With all this ink, it ain't a rap, I'm just writing these wills for dead brothers, homeless and the ones who's indicted. I'm real, stressed brother, 24 years I survived in the kill. Ends got a set structure, the death number quadruples by the dozen. The school of hard knocks give all the pupils a concussion. Whether being involved or being neutral, it does nothing. Federales patrolling on the youthful, even if you're not part of crime. They pin you down if they feel that your garments are archetypal. So disgusting, gutless, there's a diminish in our survival. Counting down the days till the sudden breakaway. But for now I'm stuck between the rocks, it's hard to gain a place. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. In your zone. mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring all that smoke to your zone. Blacked out and 30 dons, whaps out and 30 Glocks, back out and burst it off, and then they're scurrying off into the background. They heard the cops, man down, who didn't even bang out, wasn't worthy of the whack round. Learned the song, the melody is deaf, their enemies neglect. I'm thinking that the cemetery is next, so Lord, it's me again. In the end, getting ran down would be a blessing to get away, instead of family at the way. I'm all alone, I'm on my J's, shot clock ticking, tripping, looking like a LMA. Take, not kidding, organs on the line like it's a maze. Grace, not him, but the 9B singing in the same way. Black on black, nation split, living on a J. Dame wave, how do I maintain this crossfire zone? I'm always caught in where the ends meet, but ends don't meet. The revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. There's a potent skunky smell, residue from dusty scales on the floorboard and a couple OZs up on the shelf, hanging chandeliers slanted, plus the Skittles with the leather in a parcel bag. I have the burner wrapped up in the belt, bellied up as well, premeditated body bags for pagans, pushing a ridgeback quick cab could be bad for the baitness on an evening shift. I'm also rolling with my dog who's got the heater with him, calm so there's breeze for the bits. The back rows coming in handy for the plan we keep an eye out for. Familiar number plates for sure, really above the game. Any peculiar civilian who looks like what's his name can hold it. I'm dependent on this piece, I hope it's off the chain. Raw, we don't contemplate the repercussions of what we're doing. It's kinda obvious, the beef thing is an ongoing feud and it's for the revenge of the fallen. I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. True story, one of my brothers lost both of his parents. He was in deep trauma, so I'm glad that Jah gave him the woman of his dreams. At the stag night, celebrating the oncoming new chapter, vibing in that for the new blessing my dog about to receive. So I'm giving words of upliftment to him before I leave, unaware that he could end up again just feeling bereaved. For little lost me, grabbed my bottle of us and I was on my way home. Reached the park near my yard, I see a couple strange donnies bellied up, they pedal past. Stopped at the dead end and they spun around to block me in my path. Slowly riding up to me, I see one reach into his crutch. Silver handle, Colt 45, the Donny pulled the gun. Asked me if I'm banging for the strip, I told him nah, literally. Didn't bother shooting me cause they saw the genuity. And here I live to spit this to you lot, thank God I went part of the I'm seeking revenge on my own brothers. Oh, how low can I go? Fussing and fighting over land that neither one of us own. Young kings damage regalia and they've tainted their throne. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring all the smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring all the smoke to your zone. I ain't praying that the kill falls off, but the kill's feel more lost. Arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, dearly departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next, cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang, and of course I'm not in the triple K. So why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residence. Sadly I am immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement.
T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I probably didn't need the countdown second time round, but it's all good. How are you, Mav?
Top dead. Yari, Scomo.
Yeah, so I do apologize to anybody watching. You know, it's just like obviously in terms of trying to get people to come on, like I've messaged a few people and some have dropped out. Some have said that they're not going to be able to make it till a bit later. But we move. So I think I think I've made quite a bit of progress in the first two episodes that I've done on this. This is the third episode of Judgemental, the Battle Rap Data live stream on the Plug TV. Last week we had, I believe, we had Crow and Frost and Graza and iKid. And this week we have a couple of people who've dropped out, but we're still going to have Tek and Caveman on, and we'll see how we get on. So Mav, how are you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. On a bit of a battle rap come down after. I think after you have a performance, any performance, especially one like that on a big stage, there's always like, I don't know. It's kind of like a release in it. You know, you've been building up to it for such a long time, so I just been
like
that.
I mean, as far as comebacks come, like as far as comebacks go, like, you know, like that was as much of a like. Sorry, I was just responding to a text. As far as comebacks go, like that's like, you know, if you're coming back and your comeback is like on a big stage in Brixton Jam against somebody like Viz, who's well established in his own right, like he's no slump, he's no slouch, so to speak. Like you've had a baptism of fire, so to speak, in terms of coming back in. But it's good to see you back. Like I think I speak for a lot of people whenever I say, like, you know, you're a much welcome influence in the scene, you know, and I can't wait to see you. Well, you're battling Dunch. We're both battling in July, so we are in Belfast. So yeah, we're gonna cause a madness. Are you happy for me to get into some of these?
Yeah, that's fine. I was just gonna say, I mean, I started writing for Dunch last week, so.
Meant.
So,
as I say, I can't be choking. I can't be doing that. As I say, so the format of this, as people know, I'll keep this brief. I'll not ramble on or anything. The format of this is I have a big list of battles. They're all promo battles that have happened on Prem. So we're not looking at any judged battles. We're looking at promo battles. I bring people onto this live stream. I go down this list of battles, roughly in order of views in the YouTube channel. And I ask people who they thought won and who they thought lost, and whether it was 2-1 or 3-0, and to just talk about each battle. And the idea of this is I'm bringing on people in particular who've done lots of battles in Prem. So, for example, I brought on Sam Hypes, who's done like 20 battles in Prem. I brought on Gasbuff, who's done over 10 battles in Prem at this point. I brought on iKid, Graza. You haven't done as many battles, Mav, but I don't think anybody would doubt your credentials if they're familiar with Prem and UKBR. So yeah, like, and it's the people that are active and that have done a lot of battles, that have been bringing on thus far to sort of give their opinions on who's won and who's lost battles, and it's the people that have like a lot of battles on the resume that I'm taking down on my spreadsheet.
Oh yeah, half my oh fucking already fucking shit.
Whoa.
half my
you can't say that you don't get drama on this show. You can't say you don't get excitement and suspense. But yeah, as I
half
say,
my battle rap career has been on
what's
prem.
that, man?
Half my battle rap career has been on prem. So
Yeah,
there you go.
precisely. Yeah, but
About
as I say, like the format of the stream, I get people on. They give me judge decisions on promo battles. I put them into a big spreadsheet, and at the end of it, I'm going to put out a big thing listing who's won and who's lost promo battles and prem. I'm going to have a big ranking, and we're going to have like all sorts of shit, all sorts of cool shit. So, without further ado, were you in the like? Just jog my memory, Mav. What battles, what events on Prem have you been in the room for? So you've been in the room for Absolute Free. You've been in the room for that All the Smoke event where Tony D and Nugget battled. Any others?
I can't remember the name of the event, but the event where, as Visual kindly reminded everyone, the event where Visual battled LSD and Quill battled Lazy.
That was Home Invasion. That was Undisclosed Free Home Invasion, which was a collaboration event with Rap is Full. I wasn't there, but I certainly recall it. But we do know that you were at the All the Smoke event where Tony D battled Nugget. Who did you have winning in that battle?
I had, from memory, I had Nugget. I had Tony 2-1. And I can't remember the exact rounds that I gave, but from memory, after the event, I had Tony 2-1. This was the battle where Nugget kind of first disclosed that there was some dodgy dealings going on. Dodgy dealings going on, and I can remember. I'm not sure whether that round was the one that it might have fell a little bit flat because it was like an unknown. It was an unknown angle, but. I think this is the same battle where Tony has something sharp in my jeans, like a pocket knife. At the bar, and that's always a kind of a standout one for me. But yeah, I think I got Tony 2-1 with that one.
Handy enough. And as you said, you were at Undisclosed Free Home Invasion, and one of the battles to take place on Undisclosed Free Home Invasion was Lazy versus Quill, which I can see you've already told me you had Lazy taking a close win over Quill.
Yeah, and this is a difficult one because it's a one rounder.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It was hard to call, but I can remember on the day thinking that Quill was gonna walk it just because of kind of Quill's credentials, where he was, where Lazy was. Lazy was kind of trying to make a breakthrough at that point and was looking for top tier opponents, but. I think that for me was a real breakthrough performance for Lazy, at least from what I'd seen of Lazy, especially live. And I thought that Lazy took that. I think that Quill was firing it. I think it's a really good back and forth, but I thought that Lazy took that.
Okay, handy enough. I'm just trying to think to myself. You were there for. Were you in the room for any of the lockdown events?
Just for the stats, sorry for the stats. I think the Nugget Tony battles was 2-1 Nugget.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I have that 2-1 Nugget.
Yes, rather than 2-1 Tony.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure I amend that and. Make sure that's done correctly. No, that's all right. Like I wouldn't want to. It's not something where it's speak now or forever hold your peace. You know what I mean? So we wouldn't do that to you. Oh, somebody's got a phone call. But all good. So the next one, I'm just trying to see. So you were you in the room for Rivers versus Raptor? If not, it's okay because it was during lockdown. So like even if you've seen the battle, like you don't need to have been in the room for it because it was.
I was in the room for Rivers versus Raptor because even though it was a lockdown battle, they still had a small crowd there. This is the same event where Soul battled?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. I think that was a really, really close one. That's super hard to call. I think that comes down to preference. I can remember on the day preferring Raptor.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you like whether it was a 2-1, 3-0 or anything like that. I don't think it was a 3-0. I couldn't tell you what rounds I was. I thought he won, but I think I remember on the day feeling that Raptor Raptor had took that, but it was a good performance from Rivers. So I could argue 2-1 Rivers. I don't know. Can I do a draw? I don't know.
No, you cannot do a draw. No, that's fence setting, and we don't tolerate fence setting in here. I'm happy enough. Like I've put down. Like, do you want to rewatch the battle and get back to me at some point?
I'll take a watch of that one because I don't want to call that one. But yeah, just to confirm, the two for me 2-1 Nugget. Sorry, not 2-1 Tony.
Yeah, no, I got that. Don't worry.
Nugget had a third round which I think kind of fell flat. That lazy beat Quill in my opinion when I was in the room. And
I'm taking this right as I go along, man. You know, so like I'm not. I don't make many I don't make many mistakes, and whenever I do, I tend to spot them. You know. Were you in the room for the Shoddy versus Tally event?
No.
Okay. Have you been in the room for any of the undisclosed that have occurred in Manchester the last couple of years?
Give me an example of a battle that's happened at one.
Matter versus Danny Jack. I don't think so. No. Were you at the first Absolute where the title match happened, Bizu and Koji? No. Okay, you were at All the Smoke, as we've already established. Visual versus Frankie Fraser. Who did you have won in that?
Frankie 2-1, but close. Oh, maybe Frankie 3-0, but close. But Frankie. This was kind of Viz's like. It was like a test. It was like a tester battle, and I know I got the balls against Viz about you got smoked by Frankie, blah blah blah. But this is like was one of his first big tests, and I think he came up looking good off the back of it, but it was still close. Give me 2 seconds. Someone keeps calling my phone, so I'm just gonna give you 2 seconds.
All right. And while we meet for Mav, we can expect to hear about battles from. We're going to have more people come on as well as Mav throughout the evening in the next couple of hours, and we will discuss battles such as Raptor versus Frost, Matter versus Bysky. Let me have a look. Villain versus Black Tea, and Rivers versus Mackenzie. Now, some of these battles we've already gotten some judge decisions from some people, but I'm trying to have free opinions on each battle from various people so that I can put together this projection. And obviously, like, the reason that I'm bringing on a variety of people as well is because inevitably, as you'll have seen, Maverick, he's not going to be in the room for every single event. There you are. You're back.
My mate's going to drop something off in like 5 minutes, so I might have to run out for 2 minutes, but I'll be back. Anyway, where were we?
So you were talking about Viz versus Frankie Fraser. Did you have any other remarks? No,
I think I gave that one Frankie, but it was a good performance by Viz.
All right, all good. And let me have a look. Were you there for the event where Shufflo battled Scapegoats?
No.
Okay. Were you there for? Let me have a look. You weren't there for that event. Were you there for the Plug 4 pre-party?
No, I was at the Plug 4, but wasn't at the Plug 4 pre-party. So the events, all the smoke, the one where the event where I battled Sick, which I can't remember what it was called.
Let me see if I can find any more of these. One moment. Yeah. Hang on. Right. The one where you battled Spec, so that would have been the All-Star game.
Yeah, I'll be 2 seconds. I'm just going to run out and grab this. 2 seconds.
No problem. Okay. I am going to pause this again, I think, and I'll be back soon.
They be riding till the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors. The mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors.
but the kills fall off. I feel more lost, arriving any second, no second guessing, they're still sawn off. They done the drill for long, until you're gone. Get lit without a question, everybody in the film on. Another target, a diary of a young dear son, dearly departed. Melchizedek oil, I smear some next to the carnage with a hope in hand, it's not my one. That's coming next, cause I've been there. Think you'll make it home until you stop prior. Deep interrogation, a 10 or more with a Glock higher. I don't even bang, and of course I'm not in the triple K, so why am I the one always getting caught in the crossfire? It's by residence. Sadly, I ain't immune to the pestilence, but I refuse to be doomed to a measurement. Death ain't music to my ears, I ain't tuned to the element of surprise. The wisdom's on my shoulder to survive. They be riding till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off. The whole ends is full of gentrification, but still they're banging till the pill falls off. Until the pill falls off. We're on our knees and we're steadily waiting for a decrease that the bills fall off. There's no smoke and mirrors are reflecting all of the smoke in your zone. They bring hella smoke to your zone.
No smoke and mirrors bring all the smoke to your zone.
They bring hella smoke to your zone. The meaty's got the man them straining their Achilles. For the strain of the flavor, I'm gazing at the city. Labor, how they enslave us, blatantly in a pinky. Adolescent phases getting greaters through the nitties. Is it for the greater? Good for monetary self-gain, well paid, living that life. That kid is well trained to pick up that bike and hit the cell till he's introduced to a cellmate with 20 to life. Commissary, nutrition ain't gone clear.
Yeah. And we're back. All right. So see the what do you call it? The visual versus LSD.
Visual versus LSD.
Yeah. LSD. One moment. Okay. I'm interested in why, because I would have thought, like, whenever I watched that, I had visual taken that pretty cleanly. So I'm interested in your reasoning.
Remind me of this event. This is
so undisclosed free home invasion.
I'm just looking in there. No, I thought this is a close battle. I'm sorry, I'll remember things by looking at them, and I'm just looking at the room there. So this is the same event where Quill battled
Lazy, yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like I can remember in the room thinking that LSD got it. I'm remembering my thoughts on the day and thinking LSD got it.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I'm going LSD.
Okay.
I can't remember both because I haven't watched them back. But look, this is because I was in the room, right?
Yeah. No, that's that. Like I would never seek to prejudice what anybody says. You know, like I'm just sort of speaking personal capacity in that regard. You know, I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. You know,
if it was close, I'm gonna go with how I felt in the room, which was LSD.
Okay. Okay. So I think the best way to do this would be, like, in my mind, like to sort of go chronologically backwards. You know, I think that might be a good way of doing it. So we definitely know that you were in the room for absolute free. Crow versus Trubs. Who did you have taken that?
I give it Crow 2-1 for the first and the third. I know that there was that contentious bar with like the pause worthy bit in Crow's round, but for me, like, that was just like it's just stupid, you know what I mean? That's just like goofy, you know. So I based on material, Trubs pretty much cleans the second for me. The first is close, but I give it to Crow, and then the third I gave to Crow close as well. It's hard because sometimes people say, right, when you have a round which is so clear, well, I thought Trubs' second round was so clear. Like, sometimes they say that can sway the battle, but for me, I'll do it based on rounds.
Yeah, I get that. iKid versus Johnny Darko.
Johnny Darko 2-1. Even I shouldn't really give him it because of the choke in the first. But iKid had a good first round, and then I feel like he like kind of tailed off, whereas Johnny came to life as the battle came on. So I give it Johnny 2-1.
All right. And then after that, it was were you so what was the last event you were at before Absolute Free? Plug 4.
All plug 4, then all the smoke before that, and then
So plug 4 was the first event you've been to since All the Smoke.
yes, because it was a year after. Basically, it was exactly a year after. I think All the Smoke 4 was might also All the Smoke 4. All the Smoke where Viz battled Frankie was in the December, I think. From what I remember.
So what was the one before All the Smoke 4 that you were at?
The event I battled Bobby, but it was all judged because it was the KOTD event, and then the one before that was sick.
Okay. I'll see if I can get that up.
Sick home invasion, and then probably sick before that, in between.
Okay. Cool. One moment. So one of the things I am doing is like, were you at Apex by any chance? Like Raptor and Red Flag? No. Apex? No. Okay. So I think like the best thing to do at this point would be to look at some of the remote battles. So obviously the ones that happened during lockdown that weren't in like a live venue, and obviously I'm letting people, even if they weren't in the room on the day, I'm still letting people give their opinions on those battles. Excuse me. So I'm going to list off a few of these, right? I don't know how many of these you will have seen, right? But if there's any you have seen, just let me know. Sam Hypes versus YD.
No, not seen.
Graza versus Deviant.
Not seen.
No. Frost versus Sam Hypes. No, you've already told me you had Frost beating Sam Hypes 3-0.
Yep.
Okay. Did you see any of the Academy battles that were like in sort of small rooms and so on over that period? None of the Academy battles, no?
None of the Academy battles. Will they be on the list that you sent me?
I think so. I think like I can send you a list through in any case, if it's not the case, I've been talking to a few people as well, right? Like that I brought onto the stream. Like I need to figure out at some point how I'm going to judge me versus Conor McGregor, because it's like I need to figure out how to do it in a way that's rigorous, And at the minute, like the way I'm thinking of doing it at the minute is like for a few battles, right? Like say, the way Rap is Full did a collab event with PB in 2018, right? And for the battles on that card, the ones that were judged, they had it video judged by like Copacetic, Vega, and Soul.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting Copacetic and Vega to judge me versus McGregor. I think that would be the fairest way to do that, personally. Because if you think about it, Conor McGregor isn't part of a league, right? So I'm part of a league and he isn't. So it's kind of analogous to a league versus league battle. I don't know. But a PB versus non-PB battle. But this is all theoretical, But how would you call me versus McGregor? I'm not going to put it in the spreadsheet, but I want to know.
It's hard because on technicalities, I think you got him, but then on novelty, I think he gets you. So
okay.
how do you call that?
I respect that because
technical battle rap terms, you get him, but then he kind of was just entertaining, and sometimes that counts for a lot in battle rap too. Like forgetting the technical part and like kind of the entertainment part. You were entertaining too, but like he obviously just has a couple of memorable like things that he said amongst the absolute nonsense. Yeah. But I think overall, he might have won one of the rounds where you went back and forth with each other. Overall, I think you win the battle because he's just a coked up loser, isn't he? So
I couldn't do it better myself. I think the way I tend to see it is like obviously it was online, but if it had happened in person, then like what that would have meant is in person he would have stormed off during the middle of the battle because obviously in an online battle he deletes his clips and he goes on a rant at me and then he takes his ball and he goes home, precisely. So like I don't know how many more of these there's going to be on the spreadsheet. So let me just think. Were you like I'm thinking back to early Prem, right? So before the All-Star game, what would have been the last event you were at before that?
Before the All-Star game. Wow. How do I get that? Is there anywhere I can get the events in order?
Let me have a look. I probably in my spreadsheet here. One moment.
The All-Star
Spreadsheet
game.
goes.
The All-Star game. The last event I went to before the All-Star game where I battled Sick would have been the event where Darpa battled Ty the Poet. And the event before that would have been the event that I battled Ty the Poet, because I only came down for those two events. My gran was ill in the summer, and then I battled Sick in the winter from memory.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I have here. Were you there for the event where Carney battled Sean O'Mac?
No.
No. Okay. So I think that was like it was on the day of, I think it might have been match day 3, 2019 that it was on.
No, I would have been match day 2 and match day 1.
Okay. Well, what we can do for the next while, if it's amenable to yourself, I think what we'll do, like, we may go through some of the international battles, because I know I wasn't intending to do those just yet, but I think it would be prudent, given that, because like I don't know how I'm gonna like arrange the judging for that yet, but it may be wise to get your opinions down. So then, if I decide, right, I want to have Maverick.
Do you mean international versus international? Or do you mean international versus?
Yeah. So
okay.
for these purposes, whenever I say international battle, I mean a battle that includes at least one person who isn't from the UK and Ireland.
Right. Okay. Because I was wondering why we weren't talking about some of the. Some of them.
Yeah. No. It's just because like I'm trying to figure out a way to sort of do it fairly, you know. But I'm gonna take down your opinion in case I decide that I want to use your opinion whenever I'm doing the projections, you know. Bizzo versus Jazz.
Oh. Bizzo's like my preference. Like Jazz is cool and
2-1 or 3-0.
2-1. Jazz with you first, purely on energy. But like, and Jazz has some crazy stuff. But like, I don't know. For me, it kind of the depth of it gets boring after a round. That's just my preference. Like, I need someone to be entertaining in the first and do what Jazz did, but then after a while, kind of like the basic, how basic it is. Yeah, the way that Bizzo constructs his rounds and constructs his bars is just something that I prefer from a writing perspective. So I'm gonna go with Bizzo 2-1.
Sorry, man. I'm just my laptop's being weird here. Okay, we're back. Okay. After that, let me see the next one. You were there, so obviously you were there for. Hang on. I'm gonna get your review on some of those All-Star game battles. Oops versus Villain.
Oops. Villain choked really badly.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that battle. I have to admit. So
to be fair, Villain kind of stinks up the gym. Like I got a lot of love for Villain, but it's hard to watch because only Oops's rounds are good. I always find that difficult with watching a battle back.
Okay, so Oops 3-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look. Big Cannon versus Matter.
2-1. Cannon.
To who? Sorry.
Cannon.
Okay.
I think Matt was the champ at the time.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, he was.
That event, I seem to remember that all of the internationals had a pretty good showing, and it was actually the majority of the UK lot that didn't really turn up. What was the other battles in that event?
Tony D versus Sirius Jones.
Sorry, yeah, I'm completely speaking out of turn. Tony wiped it with Sirius. Sirius brought his phone out. I forgot about that. Maybe it was just Matter and Villain that I think were quite underwhelming on the day.
Okay. Let me just make sure I get this all noted down. So yeah, Sirius Jones was he was a bit of a mess. I don't think I need run a live stream to find that out. You know,
No,
yeah,
absolute disgrace. Which is disappointing because Tony's stuff was good, but again, like I'm saying, no one want to really watch that back. Like, I've not watched it since the event because why would I?
Yeah, no, I understand. I think I did watch it around the time, you know, and I think under the what I will say, like from my personal view, like under the circumstances, I think Tony handled it pretty well because, like, you know, he sort of took advantage of the situation. He had that flip about. It's funny, you were coming off the head, but now your head's coming off. You know, so like he re-energized the crowd in parts in a real way.
Yeah.
Shoddy Hora versus John the Don.
Shotty got that. Shotty got that.
2-1
It was 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1. I wouldn't be able to tell you round for round, but I think John was good, but it was kind of Shotty's return.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, and then after that, let me see. Yeah. So I'm wary, like, so just off the top of my head, you've been to Plug 4. Yeah, you're at Plug 4. Hang on, I'll do some of the Plug 4 ones if I can find them. Yeah, hang on. What was on Plug 4? Koj versus Real Sick. Okay. Koj versus Real Sick.
2-1 Sick.
One moment. Any comments? Any remarks?
No comments. I think Koji was good. I think there's a round where Koji kind of turns up, but I think Sick was good consistently across the three. So I'm going for a 2-1, but I'm not going like, oh, Sick got the first, Koji got the second.
Okay.
That's probably the fairest way to score it for me if I can't really remember the exact round for rounds.
Gemini versus Coffee Brown.
Gem got that, but Coffee was great. So again, I'll go 2-1.
Gemini 2-1.
Gem 2-1, yeah.
Do you know what round you would have had Coffee taking?
I'm saying it's hard for me.
Okay.
To go round for round. So if I can't remember the exact round for round breakdown where I think someone's had an outstanding round or someone's had a bad round, I'm gonna go 2-1 on the basis that it's a close battle, but someone takes it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. No, that's fair enough if that's how you want to put it. You know, Rivers versus Holmesy to God.
Rivers 2-1. That was close though.
Okay. No further elaboration beyond that?
Nope.
No? Okay. Fair enough. Arc versus Pathogenic.
Arc 2-1 with the second and third.
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, no, sounds fair. Let me see what else I have here. Goodness me. Okay. I'm just trying to think to myself what else I could sift out here. Let me have a look here. What I think, hang on. What I think, yeah, it's gonna be another while before we get our other guests on. Yeah, before our other guests are able to come on. Are you okay if we talk about a few battles that you've not been in the room for, but which you've seen on YouTube?
Yes, sir. Or you can tell me to come on later when other people come on as well. Up to you.
Yeah, I'm wary about keeping things going in the meantime.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too much longer before people can come on, you know. So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Yeah.
Just to draw on a comment as well, Ryan asks, how about Lazy and Reverse? I think we got our decisions on that already. I can double check for you what conclusion we ended up coming to in that.
Lazy got it.
Yeah. So we did what we got was Frost gave it 3-0 lazy. Crow had it either lazy 2-1 or 3-0. He wasn't sure, but he had lazy winning. Wax had lazy 3-0.
I would have said lazy 3-0 for that as well.
Yeah, there you go. Unanimous among the people that we've consulted, it appears. Although I will say, in personal capacity, Reverse did do really well in that battle,
Yeah.
you know. And I think like he was coming off battling Loso and short prep as well, you know. So he was flat out, you know.
No, it's the same. Like if someone said to me that Sick beat me 3-0, that I wouldn't argue with that. I would say that was a fair assumption, but I would say that I did well in it. It's the same as Reverse versus Lazy. So
yeah. I think anybody I've spoken to has said that you did well against Real Sick. It was just you didn't do enough, and because he's really good, you know.
It's crazy, so you can't argue with that. Lazy had a kind of performance like that. He went crazy. Reverse did great, but Lazy went crazy.
Yeah, no, of course. Let me just so I've got my next thing here, which is so have you seen? Presumably, you've seen Scoop versus Frankie Fraser.
I have watched Scoop versus Frankie Fraser, and that is a super close battle. It's hard to call. So I think that Frankie takes the third pretty cleanly. I think that Scoop takes the first, and the second comes down to preference. I'll go Frankie based on my preference. But I could, someone could argue Scoop. So 2-1 Frankie, second and third.
Okay, you had Frankie taking the second and third.
Yeah.
Okay. I've asked you already about Tony D versus Nugget. I've asked you already about Lazy versus Quill. Have you seen Quill versus Koji? You've given me a response on that already. I'm an idiot. Why did I ask that?
Yes.
Arc versus Mook.
Arc 2-1 or 3-0. I think you could argue that Mook does for the second, but I'm going 3-0 Arc because in the room I felt like that was a real kind of I'm back performance for Arc. I was in the room for that.
You were in the room for Apex 3?
Was that Apex 3? I can't remember what the events.
Apex 4? No, it was Apex 4. It was Apex 4.
I can't remember what the events were called, to be honest with you.
So you were in the room for that? Oh, that's great.
4, yeah. If that was Apex, I thought that was like all the smoke event or something. I don't know what it's called.
You're all good, man. No, that's good. That's what we like to hear. Admissible judgments. Excellent stuff. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna move on to a couple more now. Let me have a look. Hang on. Slester versus Frost.
Was that Apex 4?
It was Apex 4. O'Shea versus Bryson Briggs, Tech versus Trubs, that whole event.
I can't remember.
So,
sorry.
Yeah. So let me think if there's any way of jogging your memory.
Is this one of the ones where Frost didn't do too great? Because there was a few where Frost kind of was choking every battle.
I don't want to prejudice your decision either way, but I can say factually, Frost did choke the second round.
I'm gonna go Slester then.
Okay. No bias here, right? That's factual to say that he choked the second round. I wasn't forthcoming with that information. You asked me, and I respond. I give you a response.
I don't know whether I was in the room for that one. I don't know whether I'm.
You were in the room. You were in the room for Arc versus Mook.
Sometimes though, I had an event Scomo. I'm not gonna lie. There's some battles that I miss because I'm like in the room. I missed quite a lot of Jazz and Bizzle's second.
So you don't know for sure if you were in the room for Slester versus Frost?
I don't know for sure if I was definitely.
Okay.
I was definitely at the event. I don't know for sure if I was watching that.
Okay. Bobby Rex. Hang on. No. I'll take a couple of draft decisions because a couple of these are internationals. Bobby Rex versus Fate.
I got Bobby 2-1. I will say, when I'm watching battles come, if someone starts choking, I sometimes leave. So when Darko started choking his first, I left and I went outside.
Really? Did you do that?
and came back. I came back then to watch the rest. Yeah.
What if they choke for 2 seconds and then they spit the best thing that you've ever?
In 2 seconds, obviously, I sit and wait. But when Doctor was like, "Did he get his phone out?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But like, even at that though, if somebody gets their phone out, right, and then you leave, and then they spit the best thing ever in the entire world, how are you gonna feel?
I'm gonna remind them outside that they choked and got their phone out.
Fair. I can't even knock that.
Congrats on your great balls, but bro, like, don't choke. So
you had Bobby Rex winning 2-1.
Yeah,
against
Rex winning 2-1. Again, I can't remember round for round, but I know Bobby did the FAT scheme then. I was definitely in the room for that.
Yeah, a lot of people remember that.
I remember Fate being quite good though.
Yeah,
First time I'd seen him.
Yeah, he was decent. Yeah, Viz versus Pathogenic.
I think Viz gets it 2-1. I don't know round for round breakdown, but I think Viz got a 2-1 for me.
Okay. Let me see what else I have. 51. I have Dojo would give Fate the third. What are you saying in that? Or do you not remember?
I can't remember round for round. I can remember thinking Bobby got it 2-1. I was a second the round with the FATE thing, or was it the first?
No, it was the first round. It
was the first round. Ooh.
Yeah. I looked. He did that for like a minute. He did that for a solid minute.
Yeah.
And then the thing about that scheme is as well is it's not just like whenever he's saying the words that begin with FAT and E, he's not just doing like 4-word bars or anything like that. You know, he's doing like 7-word bars and he'll go FATEF 8. You know, you need go. Whenever this is done, go watch that battle, folks. Bobby Rex versus Fate after the stream. You know, you don't want to be abandoning us. This
is what I mean about calling it round for round, though. So I'm kind of contradicting what I said earlier. Sometimes you watch a battle and you think someone has a really fire round, and it kind of wins them the battle. I can just the bit that I can remember from that battle is Bobby's round doing the FATE thing. I couldn't quote you something that Fate said in that battle. Like, I'm sorry, you know what I mean. So
I know you weren't there for Rebuild, where Shoddy battled Tally, but I'm still like I'm not going to put this in the spreadsheet, but I'm still interested in hearing your view.
Shoddy 3-0.
No. Sorry. I should have specified Quill versus Smoke. I misspoke.
Who Mokes? Sorry, who the Smoke?
Quill versus Smoke.
Quill, I can't remember that battle though. I don't know if I should be the best. I don't know if I'd be the best judge for it because I can't remember it.
Okay. We'll not even take a draft from you.
Yeah.
We'll not even take a draft decision. I know you weren't here for this next one either. But again, it's just to get talking about battles, even if I'm not going to be sticking it in the spreadsheet. Matter versus Danny Jack.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, haven't seen it?
Don't think so.
Okay. Raptor versus Frost.
Hold on. Danny Jack was at _5.
Yep.
2 seconds. Let me pull this up.
What's that? What's happening?
Oh, I have seen that battle. I have seen this battle.
Okay.
But I'm not going to judge it because I can't remember it. But I have seen it. I've seen some battles from this event. What was the next one you said?
Yeah, the next one, Raptor versus Frost. And again, this isn't going in the spreadsheet because you weren't there, but it's still good to talk about these things.
Absolutely.
The first absolute, Raptor versus Frost.
I'm not judging it because I can't remember it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we will strike on one that you do remember, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter versus Bowski.
Matter versus Bowski. Oh, yes. I was on a stage, and it was at Apex 3. I wasn't at the event.
You were at Apex 3?
No, I wasn't at Apex 3. I did watch it back.
Right. Okay.
Damn. Try not to do my judgment by looking at the.
I got a few people in the comments of that battle accusing me of
Yeah,
being
I'm just looking at it now. I'm trying not to think. I can't judge it because I can't remember it. I can remember Bowski having a crazy performance though. I'm pretty sure I put up Facebook status about it afterwards.
Raptor versus Mackenzie.
Hold on. From that event, was it not Mackenzie versus Rivers?
No. This is a different event we're going to now. This is undisclosed
We
6.
keep going from event to event. How can I remember?
Yeah, sorry, man.
We get on one event and I'm like, right, I'm just getting this event back in my memory. Raptor vs Mackenzie is the same event where you did your just disabled people minority at any time.
Yes, bro.
Yes. I can't call it because I've not really watched it that much.
Okay. Well, I've got another one from the same event.
Is it Scomo?
And this is just a draft, by the way. Like, this isn't like going to go in the spreadsheet, you know. But as I say, it's good for us to talk about these things. It's good to talk.
Scomo free now.
I love you, man. Any comments? Do you want to tell me how great I am?
Who did you battle again?
Melody.
Melody. No. Oh yeah.
Melody.
And he looks like a kind of mix between Yunnan and me.
Yeah. Well, who would you say looks like a mix between Caveman and Caveman?
Caveman and Caveman. Would that be Caveman in the chat?
Welcome.
What's going on, boys?
Am
I on?
Smooth transition.
Yeah.
How are you doing, bro? All good?
I'm all right, you know. I'm good. I'm with it. Can you hear me?
Oh yes.
Good.
Wanna give us your opinions on rap battles?
Fucking load of tripe in my opinion, mate. He's all want to grow up, get jobs. So if you move on.
Yo,
do you know what? You're right.
Scomo is literally about to ask you, right, in about 2 minutes' time. This event 6 years ago. Do you remember when Danny Jack battled like fucking Jinx, and then the next one will be like, right? You know the event you were at 3 weeks ago, right? Do you remember when Bizzo battled Jazz? Like, bro, I am on a whirlwind. Yeah, I'm unlocking memories I didn't even know existed.
Well, that's what we're here for, bro. It's a trip down memory lane. We should have called this podcast Memory Lane, but then the memories would range from recent to far away, so it wouldn't be much of a memory lane, so to speak. Anyway, Caveman, where are you? What was the last event you were at?
I was at No Loose Chat last weekend, maybe the weekend before. The day after Maverick and Visual. So however long that was. Yeah, okay. The day after that.
So but you were at Absolute Free?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was there.
Visual versus Maverick, who did you have winning?
Okay, I had it 2-1 to Maverick. Yeah, I thought the so the first I thought Maverick came out really strong, but I thought maybe the performance was a little ahead of bars at points, and then Visual came through, and I felt like he stepped up and was a not a level above, but I think he won that one. And then I thought Maverick's second was the best round of the battle, and then Visual's second was going well. Then it finished a bit weak. It wasn't a bad protracted choke or anything, but I thought he lost that one because of his choke. He might have lost it anyway. He didn't just lose it because of the choke, but definitely did lose it because of the choke. And then I thought the third was good, but I think it was both of their weakest rounds. Now, it's in a good battle, your weakest round isn't a bad thing, innit? But I thought Maverick took that one, but I felt like overall, even if he hadn't, I think between Visual having a little stumble and Maverick having the strongest round, I thought it was not a body. It was a great battle, but I edged it over to Maverick 2-1.
Gotcha.
Because that line you are coming to today, innit?
Yeah. Crow versus Trubs.
I only got there for the last 16 bars of Crow. I saw Crow getting paused, and then that was pretty much all I saw. I didn't see anything from Trubs. So
I see. Were you at the short circuit event before that with Slim Buck versus RX Southside on it?
No, I was at the whatever the short circuit was direct before that.
All right. Okay. Well, you were at undisclosed 11. Just to address something briefly, right? Dojo points out that there were judge battles at the NLC event. That is correct. But I should say, like, the format of the stream at the minute is we're focusing on battles in Prem at the minute. I have no objection to branching out to NLC and Don't Flop and Iron Bars and past Rapid Full battles and so on in the future. But we're looking at PB battles because it's part of a project. Because at the end of it, I'm going to have a big ranking of all the battlers and how many battles they've won and lost from the project.
Say ranking again, Scomo. Say ranking again. Say ranking again.
Ranking.
I love that.
Oh my god. Well, what am I? Am I just your little leprechaun doing a little dance for you? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's all good. Right. LS Dean versus Mr. Tongue Twister.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. That was a really good battle. I think I might have maybe given it 2-1 to Mr. Tongue Twister. I couldn't tell you which rounds were which, but I think I might have edged it that way.
Okay. Are you confident in that decision, or do you want to go and rewatch it and let me know? Or are you confident in 2-1, Mr. Tongue Twister?
Oh, you're recording these, aren't you? I'll tell you what. I'll watch it again and I'll let you know. Because I just enjoyed that battle. I said to both of them afterwards, I don't know who won, so I don't think I can say right now. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it again.
Okay, and I note that Dojo had LS Dean 2-1 in that battle, so I've noted that down in case I do want to put that on the spreadsheet. Okay. What next? Shawnee B versus Jim Bob Gnarly.
So I didn't get there till after that battle. I will say I got there. What was saying that Shawnee B won. That's what the entire was saying, but I can't verify it because I didn't get that.
Okay. Were you there for Plug 4?
No, I don't think I've been at any of the plugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look and see what. You were you there for Afterlife, the most recent Afterlife?
No, I was there at the one beforehand. But
Okay,
they moved it late, man. It was up past my bedtime.
I hear you. You were there for what was the one? Bobby Rex and Bizzo Bond. Were you there for that event?
Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah.
RX Southside and Giz. Who did you have win?
That one too. I missed that one too.
You missed that one?
Yeah. No, I was there for the event, but I missed that battle.
Okay. Who did you have winning Koj versus Rivers?
I had Koj. Rivers had a bit of a bad showing that particular day. I think. And Koj was really good. Koj had some really good lines. He had something about like how Rivers was selling drugs and like skimming stones off the top. Something along that. I butchered it, but it was a great line. Yeah, Koj definitely took that one, in my opinion.
3-0 or 2-1?
I'll say 3-0. I'll probably say.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You were at so the short circuit, right? Do you know was it the one you were at? Was it the one with Lord Bentner versus Quicksilver? Grandiose versus Ice Pick. I hope you remember where you parked the car. I hope that car ain't very far.
What a bar. No, I was at the one where it was Lord Bentner versus Dojo and Quicksilver versus some other fella.
Yeah, I'm just going through. Okay, so you weren't at that short circuit in that case. Okay, fair enough. You were at. I'm pretty sure you. Yeah, I saw you at what do you call it? Undisclosed 10. Kingsley Thunder versus. You told me already that you had Kingsley Thunder beating Sinister 3-0.
Yeah, man, that was. I felt like Kingsley kind of really stepped up in that battle, and I think he kind of dominated it. Yeah, I think he had much longer rounds, but I think even if he didn't have longer rounds, he still would have won. That was really, really impressive. I felt like Kingsley was rapping a lot better there. He's always funny. He's always got clever lines, but I felt like he was properly going in on that battle.
Yeah, gotcha. And Gas Buff versus Sprungy.
Oh, I'd have to say Gas Buff. I think Sprungy had a little bit of a choke, and
I think Sprungy freestyled that entire battle.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I was gonna say it sounded like he wrote it on a flipping one of them mats you get at the pub to write like, but he had to write it around the logos and stuff. So he definitely had about 8 bars.
All right. So you had a clean to Gas Buff.
Yeah, it was only a 1 rounder though, if I remember right.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be 2-1 or 3-0. It would be clean or close, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, it was.
But okay, I hear you. Wavy John versus Uzdi. Were you there for that one?
Yeah, I was. I thought Wavy John got that one. Okay. I think Uzdi had a little choke, and it wasn't that bad of a choke, but you know when you could see it like rattled in. Like,
yeah. I agree.
So yeah, Wavy John got that one for me.
3-0, Wavy John.
I can't specifically say if it was 3-0 or 2-1 because I can't remember it round by round. I'd say it was probably closer to a 2-1 though. It wasn't a super landslide.
Okay, closer to a 2-1.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Dub T versus RX Southside.
Yeah, this was a bit of a landslide for RX in my opinion. Yeah.
One moment.
You know,
a landslide. You know, it's funny. I've had people who've argued that Dub T took it, and there's some people I speak to. I'm not trying to prejudice your position or any, you know, but like there's people who write off RX because of the altercation in the middle of the battle, you know. But again, I'm not like saying what you
I do know. Yeah, I do hear it, but maybe I've got an old school mind on these things, but I don't know. Battle rap shouldn't come to those occasions, but I don't know. When we're doing it happen, and one of you has to rap with your shirt ripped, it's hard for me to say you won that battle. I know that's a bit fucked up. I hear it. It's a fucked up situation, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I found in that battle, I felt like Dub T was also rapping. He had a lot of like name flips about people in his crew, the ABK. Like I know he had a bar about his Rivers guy did the body, and he says something like, "I come Tariq have it," because like that T is called Tariq. So I felt like he was a bit. I'd say he had good lines, but he was a bit ill-advised in some of his directive that he went some of it, in my honest opinion.
So you think that because he was trying to scheme together the names of people in ABK, like it was sort of a distraction from going straight at his opponent?
Yeah. I felt like it was just a bit like I never really felt like he found an angle to go at Southside, if you know what I mean.
Do you know who did something like that? Wavy John against D-Burk. Wavy John did a whole load of random Super Mario bars against D-Burk for no reason, you know. But yeah, I'm not just gonna spend the whole stream like dunking on Wavy John, you know, that'd be terrible. But sorry, no. Vice versa versus Fuse.
Vice versa versus Fuse.
I think you were there that day. I think you battled Sam Hypes that day.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was Fuse. Wasn't that was Vice versa versus Buffy B? I think was the one that happened there. I think Vice versa Fuse. That was in the same venue at a different event. That was when Unanimous battled not Maverick, the ginger guy from Scotland.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
So you weren't there for Vice versa versus Fuse?
No, I went there for that one. I have seen Fuse battle. I saw Fuse versus Young Crumpet. That was at the after line.
I think that was judged by crowd reaction, and I think it may be the first time that's been done in Prem, a judgment by crowd reaction. Although it was at Afterlife, so anything goes at Afterlife. So I believe Jim Bob Gnarly versus Lord Bentner was at the same event as Vice versa versus Fuse, so you wouldn't have seen that either. As was Giz versus Cobra Commander, so you haven't seen either of those battles.
No.
But you have seen Buffy B versus Vice versa.
Yeah, I thought Vice versa took that one. Vice versa was he was quite good. I thought he was quite promising. I don't know how much he wants to stay with Battle Rap, but I thought he was quite good.
Okay. So 2-1 or 3-0 to Vice versa?
I'll say 2-1. 2-1.
Okay. Let me get that down. Vice versa. And okay, so Caveman versus Sam Hypes, you can't judge your own battle. Young Crumpet versus Cobra Commander.
I'd say that was a pretty clear one for the old Cobra in my book. I'd say probably 3-0.
3-0, okay. Yeah, no further comments beyond that?
I think Premier Battles underestimated Cobra a little bit in that battle. I think obviously, I think Young Crumpet, I think he knows he walks the line between being serious and being a bit of a parody. And I think they maybe took Cobra as a bit of a joke battler, and I think he's not, even though he's humorous and stuff. I think he's very serious about his craft.
I was very impressed with Cobra in that battle. I'll say that because Cobra definitely against Young Crumpet. Cobra definitely showed an extra dimension to himself in terms of his ability to tackle more serious content. I think Cobra does get written off by certain people sometimes for some of the stuff that he comes out with, but no, Cobra's a good guy. Like I was looking to battle Cobra at one point. Whenever I battled you in that All the Smoke event in Dublin, I was trying to sound out to battle Cobra in that card, but is what it is.
On that card, I wanted to battle Cobra the day I battled Sam Hypes, and they already Crumpet. Yeah,
that would have been a good battle,
I still think it would be good, but Cobra's one of the only people. I don't really have a list. I'm one of them. If I think someone's shit, I don't want to battle him. And if anyone's too good, I don't want to battle them either. So you got to be in the sweet spot. But
it's funny. It's funny. So you're saying that I wasn't too shit whenever I battled you. That makes me feel good about myself.
No,
but then you're also saying that I wasn't too good. That you knew you were going to get beat by me. So that makes me feel shit about myself. So I'm about the same. I feel about the same now as I felt before you said all that. But yeah, just
you know what I'm saying? You got to seek validation from inside, man. Don't let me affect you.
Yeah, that's it. You're listening to the Rubber Bandits because that's the sort of thing they say. But Lord Bentner versus Wavy John. Did you say you saw that?
Lord Bentner versus Wavy John. No, I saw Lord Bentner versus Dojo and Wavy John versus Uzdi.
Okay, let me see if I can sift through this list. Were you there for the event where Villain battled Giz? No, you weren't.
No,
I think the first short circuit. You weren't there for the first short circuit. No. Okay. Were you there for the Plug Free in Brixton Jam?
No, I've never been at one of the Plug events.
Okay. Were you there for Reverse versus Savant in Manchester?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
No, sorry, no, I wasn't. I was there. I've seen Savant versus Will Ross in Manchester. No, I didn't. I wasn't at that.
Okay. All right. Were you? So I'm sort of going through these on a list, right? And I'm just asking about each one. I presume that you weren't there for Villain versus Black Tea at that No Loose Chat event. No. Okay. And you've said that you've never been to a plug. You were at the first Afterlife.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
Bowski and Visceral versus Joy, France, and Scully.
That was definitely Bowski and Visceral definitely took that one. I thought Joy and Scully. I just think it fell apart a bit. That battle to me felt like they sat down and they said, "Oh, we could do this. Oh, we could do that. Oh, we could do this," and then they've been like, "All right, well, that's that." Then they didn't actually go and put enough time into doing this and this and this and this. They just had like a bag of tricks that they planned out and didn't properly deliver. And some people like to play it loose, but I don't think playing it loose worked for them on that occasion. Big up to both of them. Playing it loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking on their feet. Big up to both of them, but I think, that one went to the boys.
Okay. And you had that 3-0?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Kupar versus Jim Bob Gnarly on beat Afterlife.
Bro, this battle was funny, bro. This battle made me laugh. So, on this whole event, so I guess you have seen it, but so it's a Halloween event, right? So Cooper is dressed up as SpongeBob SquarePants, and Jim Bob's dressed up in one. I think he's dressed up as a T-Rex or something. Briggsy is
an alien. I think what it is like he's dressed up, and it's one of those costumes where it's an alien, and it looks like he's being carried and taken away by an alien.
Yeah, one of them like piggyback things. So Briggsy is smashed, and he's on the decks, and he goes, "On the left, it's Briggsy. On the left, coming up now, it's my man, Jim Bob Gnarly." And then he's hit play on the intro button. Jim Bob's come out, and he just said, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants." He's come out, and Cooper is stood at the side. Full body SpongeBob suit. I genuinely thought he was going to find Briggsy in the face. He looked so angry. It was intense. Cooper was pissed off that day. But I'd say there was a lot of mic issues in the room, so maybe their content got drowned out. But I think I leant towards Cooper for that one. I thought he had a lot of.
Was that 3 rounds? I think it was 3 rounds, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3 rounds. It was all
2-1 or 3-1.
2-1. Jim Bob was pretty good. They were about over level, but I felt like Cooper probably got that one.
Okay. So you give it Cooper 2-1. And you would have also seen Gasbuff versus LS Dean.
Yeah. I personally gave that to LS Dean. Probably 2-1. I think a lot of people were saying Gasbuff took it, but for me on the day, I personally thought that LSD impressed me more. I felt like he got it.
Gotcha. Slester versus Frost.
Slester versus Frost.
That was Apex 4. Same event as O'Shea versus Bison Briggs. Tek versus Trumps.
So I got there quite late on that event. I saw Ark versus Moke, and I saw Briggsy versus O'Shea, and I saw Bobby versus Fate. Those ones I saw on that day.
What I may do. Hang on. No, I won't. Actually, I'll move on to the next one. So you were definitely there for the Apex 4 pre-party, the day one. Yeah. Sam Hypes versus Scomo.
Yo, Scomo, you're doing well. You fell off in the third. Yo, I will never forgive myself, Scomo, for not doing a round now a battle about you falling off the stage. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen in a battle. No one has ever come up with a bar that I've enjoyed, but
Okay.
it's like Homer. He dropped his notes. Yo, it got me. I think it's hard to call that one, honestly. You had some funny stuff about how like watching the Marvel films is like the same as being obsessed with like Disney princesses and stuff. I thought that was a funny approach. But then I really liked Sam Hype's had a bar for you. He was talking about like your autism. He was like, oh, my son's got ASD. I've known how to deal with kids like you for years. I always thought that was a really like well formulated line. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't know how to call that because I was still on a bit of a energy come down for me at Cooper.
Do you want to? Oh, that's a loud buzz. It's a loud buzz.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch that back and get back to me?
Why not? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, you're allowed to do that. Yeah, I wasn't trying to stare you down there now or anything, you know. Yeah. Let me have a look. Bison Briggs versus Koj, man marked.
Oh, I've seen that. I wasn't there in the room for though, but I have watched it back.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Briggs won. Briggsy probably won that one, but it was good.
Okay. 2-1 Briggs, did you say?
Yeah, let's say 2-1. Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I should say as well, because that's not a battle per se, and it's them spitting verses that aren't directed at each other, and they're just to sort of see who has the best verses. I may not include that in the final ranking, but just because it's different to a battle per se. But yeah, I just thought I'd get that just in case I do end up putting it in. Benny P versus no, you weren't at any of the plugs, so you weren't at plug 1.5.
Who was that? Benny P versus
Mac Sherry.
Oh yeah, no, I've not seen that one. I've
Okay.
not seen that.
So you weren't at that event?
No.
Okay. Let me see. Were you at all the smoke where Homeschool battled Frankie Fraser?
Nah, I wasn't. You know, I missed that one still. There was a undisclosed not long before that though. I was at.
What's that?
There was an undisclosed just before that I was at though.
Yeah.
I know you
were you at the Absolute that happened? The first Absolute?
No, don't think so.
Okay. So okay, let me just take a look.
Most undisclosed.
What's that?
A lot of undisclosed I've been at.
All right, yeah. Were you at the Academy qualifiers that I was on against Scam?
No, do you know what? Yeah, because I thought about going. Actually, I'll tell you why. I didn't go because Yanef was trying to like tag me into his battle. I didn't have the heart to say no to him, so I just swerved the event.
Wow, that's. I think we've just had a Judgemental battle rap data exclusive just there now about how you curved Yanef a couple of years back. Yo, like this is a safe space. Thank you for your confession, brother. Thank you for your openness. Moving on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like to be honest, I think I was probably. What's that?
He fell over that same stage as you on the Sam Hypes battle. About 15 minutes after you fell off the stage, Yanef went to try and get on the stage and he fell over and he fell so slow. I think only me and Bloodstone saw, but yo, it was the cherry on the cake.
You have it in for Yanef or something?
I genuinely really like him. It's just it just reminded me of him.
All right,
he's a great guy.
Okay. I hear you.
Big up, Yanef. I hope you're good, man.
Big
Been a minute.
Yeah, bro. Let me have a look. Okay. After before Academy. See, right? Were you at the PB NLC event that Shoddy and Tally battled on?
I saw. Yeah, I was there for the back end of it. Yeah, I saw Briggsy versus the good old Joker Star and Shotty versus Tally.
Okay. Do you know if those battles were judged in the day? Because I know Shoddy versus Tally was video judged by like Real Sick, Real Deal, and Tony D, right? I don't know if the others were judged. I've never been able to figure this out. Do you know what the crack was? Because like I heard at one point that the battles what channel the battles would go on to would be determined by who won each battle. And the only battle that went on the NLC channel was Tek versus DARPA. But I don't know if, strictly speaking, if Tek actually won that battle, or if there was a deal between the two leagues that if one league does a full sweep, then there'll be at least one battle goes to each league no matter what. But do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Because like,
No, I know that they had that arrangement where the winners would take the footage of each battle, but no, I don't know. Like I say, I
Dojo
got there.
said he won that one. Yeah.
But the thing was that how was it judged, or was it just like everyone felt like he won, so we got it? I don't know if it was judged in the room or not. I got there for Briggsy versus Joker Star, and that was Joker Star like kind of imploded on himself. Again, no offense, but that's what happened. So it didn't seem like they needed to judge that one. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Couldn't tell you, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. Slester versus Crow, which you were definitely there for, I believe.
Yeah. Nah. I went out to get something to eat.
God,
I went out to get some to eat. But a lot of the ones on that event, though, I did see. I saw pretty much everything else.
Matter versus Danny Jack.
Boy, this was brutal, man. This was brutal. Yeah, it was definitely 3-0 to Matter. Danny Jack's second was all right. But I think his first and his third just choking all the way through stuff. And Matter's stuff. Matter's very consistent. And he's very funny. And once he gets an angle to go at you with, like he'll go at it in it, and yeah, it was a bit of a brutality, that one. I'd say that was like 3.5, honestly. Like
yeah. I think most people who saw that would find it difficult to disagree with that conclusion, objectively speaking. Were you there for? I don't think you were there for the All the Smoke where Frost battled Yannick.
No, I was actually offered to battle on that event. Bobby Hanzo battled Matt Cherry.
Yeah.
I got offered the Bobby Hanzo battle immediately after my tryout, but me and Bobby are quite cool and stuff, so it didn't end up happening. But no, I wasn't.
Okay, but you weren't there that day.
No, I wasn't in attendance.
Were you there for Apex, the first one after lockdown, Apex 3?
No.
Crow versus Sam Hypes.
Crow versus Sam Hypes. No, I've not seen that.
Moke versus Lester, Rivers versus Mackenzie.
No, I've watched these videos online, but I wasn't at that. No.
Okay. Hang on, I think I might have. Were you there for the undisclosed where Jester Black battled Amity?
Yeah, that was where I had my tryout.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's my first day I lost my virginity. Yeah.
Of course, famously. So Jester Black versus Amity. Who did you have in that?
So that was a weird battle, and it was not really a very good battle, honestly. So Amity had this thing where he pulled out these pictures of Jester Black, like in a shower with a guy, or like hugging this guy, and he was like, I think his angle was like, it's fine if you're gay. I don't know if I think they would do like modeling shots. His angle was like, it's fine if you're gay, but like you're hiding being gay, so this is a bit weird. But I felt like everyone in the room felt like he was kind of coming on like a bit of a homophobic approach.
Yeah.
Like it's not fine to be gay, and I kind of think that just it made the room kind of awkward, and I think whatever he had envisioned for that, it didn't really go the way he wanted it to.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say
Jester Black 3-0.
2-1, maybe 2-1. I don't think it was bad. It just it didn't go the way that he wanted it to that day. Yeah, I'd say 2-1 Jester.
Okay. Jester Black. Okay. Were you there for the one where Mackenzie battled Milk? The undisclosed before that?
No.
Okay. So you weren't there for Impact versus Leicester?
Nah.
Okay. So there's some of these battles, as I'm going back through the list, that occurred sort of in a small room during lockdown rather than in a proper venue. So for these battles, you don't need to have been in the venue for me to put down your view in the spreadsheet. Did you ever watch Sam Hypes versus YD?
Sam Hypes versus YD?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but I can't remember it.
Okay.
I can't remember. I like him though. I wanted to battle YD around the time I started, but he like seemed to quit like almost immediately after I started. Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, as I say, were you like? I'm just trying to sort of get the picture right in my head of the events that you were at. Was the event you tried out on? Was that the first Prem event you ever attended?
No, I've been to loads. I was at the first ever Prem. I was at Prem match day 3.
You must have been young at the first ever Prem event.
Pardon?
You must have been young if you were at the first ever Prem event, or youngish.
Yeah. I'm out here. I'm still young.
Yeah, but younger. Young.
Yeah, I was there.
Were you at Home Invasion Undisclosed Free?
No, I wasn't. I've watched a lot of those battles back, but I wasn't at that one.
All right. Do you want a blast from the past?
Yeah.
Graza versus Deviant.
Sounds like
Have you seen it?
Oh god. Graza vs Deviant.
Yeah.
No, I can't say I might have seen it. I don't think I was there for it in person.
No, like it was in a small room. It was during lockdown. It was in one of the tournament events, Anarchy tourney.
That's not the one where Deviant did his like third round about COVID, is it?
Deviant has a lot of socially conscious third rounds, so I couldn't possibly say.
Okay. I think he did one against.
Okay. Did you ever see Frost versus Sam Hypes?
No.
No. Okay. Did you ever see Yanif versus Enigma the Prophet? Or Enigma the Prophet, I should say.
Jeez. Nah, can't say I did.
Okay. Rivers versus Raptor.
I watched that one online. I thought Rivers. Love that back. I thought Rivers really, really really smashed it there. I think Rivers, he can rap to a crowd and stuff, but I think he's one of those guys who he does really well in a small, controlled setting where you can just hear what he's saying and hear how crazy his stuff is.
Yeah, gotcha.
That for me, that was a 3-0 probably. Other people might say it was a 2-1, but for me, I think he kind of cleared Raptor.
It's interesting you say 3-0 because I know. Oh, you cut out on us there for a minute. Where like,
You put out on the there for a minute. I'm for
you think you're a wise guy?
this.
Um,
Oh, wise guy.
yeah. Canelo, like this next battle, right? I don't know if this was actually judged or not officially, but I'm gonna get your view anyway in case it wasn't. Canelo versus LS Dean.
Yeah, I did see this one. So I think this was one of those cases where Canal thought he was saying what everyone was thinking, but he was the only one thinking it. Innit? Like, I thought LSD won that one. I will say it was probably a 2-1 rather than 3-0.
2-1. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's 2.
Gotcha.
LSD.
I should draw our attention to Dojo's opinion that Graza beat Deviant, so I may record that. Graza beating Deviant. So I think it's prudent that I note that, and I may put that on the spreadsheet as well. Let me take a look. Did you, by any chance, see any of the academy battles that occurred during lockdown? Whether it was the ones that occurred in the vape shop or indeed the ones that happened over video?
Yeah, I don't remember watching anything over video, but I definitely watched some of the stuff in the vape shop. Yeah, Barak was a bit of a beacon at that time, honestly. Watching some of them live streams, they definitely raised the old spirits. So yeah,
yeah, no, I get what you mean, man. You know, like I honestly, like I can't say that I kept up with every battle during that period. Like I know that like the Apex that occurred during lockdown like was probably that for me because I mind watching that with a friend, you know, and we just sort of like, you know, took it easy for the evening and tuned into that. But just to check, would you have seen, for example, and some of these are going to be quite obscure, so I don't blame you if you haven't seen them. Robin HD versus C1 Beats.
Ooh, I might have seen it, but I don't remember it. I don't.
Okay, well, we can go through these sort of like just rapid, and you can say yes or no if you remember them. You know, DTH versus Sir Spence.
Oh yeah, I did, but I can't remember it.
Kick Nelly versus Hylas.
Wow, did Hylas battle? Oh
yeah, it was a surprise to me when I actually looked back. Like I didn't know Hylas had actually battled, you know. But yeah,
no,
he did.
I do remember that battle because I remember Kick Nelly was like, "You said I say I love the police. Fuck the police." I remember him holding it like this for ages, like when the cannabis was like, "I got stitches." I thought that. Oh no, I don't know who won that one. I don't know who won that one. Probably. No, because you take a note of it. I couldn't say.
Okay.
Do you
want to? What might be good? Do you want to just rewatch all those old academy battles from lockdown?
It might be a while before I get that back to your face.
I mean, to be fair, they are pretty short. I asked John Cray to watch through them and tell me his thoughts, and he did it. But he told me that they were unbelievably shit or something along those lines. But he was happy. But you do me a solid if you did it, though, you know?
Man. You're quite the salesman, you know, Scomo. Send me some. I'll watch some of them. We'll see how far I get to it.
I'll send you a list. Like I know you must be in the Patreon, so it'd be terrible if you weren't in the Patreon and couldn't watch these. But I think it's in the list here anyway. You know.
On Patreon.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. So just to double check, so you haven't seen Smash versus Nayfunk?
I can't
Or
know.
you don't remember? No. Graphic Grandma versus Jester Black.
I did see that one. I did see that
Do you
one.
remember?
Graphic Great, I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember thinking Graphic Grammar was okay.
Do you
I know
remember
a
it well
lot
enough?
of, I know some pretty controversial racist stuff went down that day, so I'm hesitant now to take a guess and say that I thought it was good, maybe it wasn't. Shit, man. No, I can't remember that about properly. But I do remember the name Graphic Grammar. Yeah.
Okay. Dux versus Sirius.
Yo, Sirius! What happened to Sirius, man? I thought Sirius won that battle.
I hope he
remember
comes back. I think there was some hint of him coming back at some stage, but man, I'd love to see him back. Oh, I love Sirius.
Do you know who I was thinking about the other day? Do you remember that guy, Henry? He was all over Don't Flop during lockdown, and then it seemed like as soon as lockdown finished, he'd just bounce. But
do you know, it's funny, I had a bar in my gas buff battle, and it was like the Bonafide cheek spitting chap hop over grind beats when you never left your bedroom until COVID-19. You know? So that maybe applies to Henry as well, you know? Yeah. Henry versus Gas Time. Do you recall that?
No. Do you know what? No, because I didn't know Gas Time had a battles. I had a round for him about this. Like when I battled Gas Time, I thought it was Gas Time's tryout, innit? But he'd been battling for like 6 years. He'd been in the academy, done time crashes, did on 1x through shit. I have never heard of him. Bless him.
Okay. McCoy versus Anubis.
Oh,
probably if you don't remember, it's okay.
Yeah, I've seen Anubis.
So you've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
2-1 or 3-0, or was it 2 rounds, or what was it?
I couldn't say, honestly.
But you did have McCoy winning.
Did have McCoy.
All right, I hear you. Well, that is useful to me. Let me have a look. What's the next one I should ask you about? Were you there at the first Apex?
Was that the one where Shotty was meant to battle Tay-Rock?
Yeah.
I was at that. Yeah, I was there for that. I was there for every battle.
LSD versus Lazy.
I thought Lazy won that one. I'm gonna say 3-0.
3-0. Okay.
I was very, very impressed with Lazy that day. I thought it was great. And a lot of the Manny crowd didn't want to give it to him. I remember people yelling at him in his rounds, like "fuck off, posh boy" and all this kind of thing. And he just fought through it. I think he did really well. Yeah, man.
That was a gap in my memory. I didn't recall that. You know, that people actually had said that to him in the crowd.
Just the people stood there. Maybe it wasn't everyone.
Yeah. Free Will versus... What's that?
Well, that definitely happened, though.
All right, okay. Free Will versus Sam Hypes.
I don't think I've seen that.
Okay. Yeah, it was like a secret battle on like one of the Academy events in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't. It was an exhibition battle on an Academy event in 2019, and it ended up just going on the Patreon because I think there was like chokes or something in it. But if you haven't seen that, like if you weren't there in the room for it, we can move on. Carney versus Sean O'Mac. Caveman, where art thou? Caveman, come out and play. Where art thou? There you are. You're back. Yeah, my singing brought you back, so it did. You're welcome.
Yeah. Do you know what everyone always says? That's because that line in the Warriors was improvised, right? And everyone's like, "Oh, it's such a good example of improvisation." It's like, oh, he said one line and repeated it like 28 times. It's not that fucking good, is it?
Well,
Like, do you
it's
know what I
good
mean?
enough that it got. It's good enough.
It's the same bar.
Yo, I haven't watched the Warriors, but I have. I'm a hip hop fan, and Notorious B.I.G. Flavin' Year. Like for that to be sampled in that song, it must have had some sort of must have popped in some way. Popped.
It's brilliant, man. It's about like there's all the gangs in New York. They
Yeah.
come together to make peace, and then the
We
one
are
guy who
standing
brought
right now
he gets
with 9
assassinated.
delegates in front of 100 gangs, and there's over 100 more. That's 60,000 hardcore members, 40,000 not affiliates, and 20,000 more not organized but ready to fight. 60,000 soldiers. Now there ain't but 20,000 police in the whole town. Can you dig it? Can you
You
dig
don't
it?
know the world will not see it. And the Warriors have to fight through all 60,000. It's mint, and all the different gangs. There's the roller skating gang, the mime artist gang. There's a gang of girls. It's sick. You should watch it. It's a proper.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna tell the missus. I'm gonna sit down with the missus, and I'm gonna be like, yo, tonight we're watching the Warriors.
Yeah, I'll watch the fucking Academy, and you watch the Warriors. Trust me, you'll love it.
Yeah. Do you know the only way I know of it is literally through references in rap songs. That's the only way I know it.
There's a whole American dialect in it too. But yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Great.
Carney versus Sean O'Mac.
Oh, I don't remember Carney or.
What's that?
No, I don't remember Carney at all.
Carney? Okay.
Don't remember.
So you wouldn't have been at that event in that case? No, okay. Judge T. Okay, we're going really far back now to near the start of Prem. Judge T versus Deviant.
Oh, I feel like I have seen this one.
Were you in the room for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Zombie Shack, right?
Yes, Zombie Shack, yeah.
Yeah, I remember thinking Deviant, probably 2-1. I remember just thinking he kind of. Do you know when someone raps and it just doesn't really feel like it? It works for them. Do you know when you hear someone rap and it just doesn't really feel like it's working for them? That's how I felt a bit about Judge T. Yeah, that sounds mean, but it just didn't. Maybe he wasn't being himself enough. Maybe he was being himself too much. I don't know, but there was something wrong there. So yeah, I thought Deviant saw that.
Okay, Deviant 2-1. Okay, Bracy versus Blitz.
Gracie versus Blitz. Yeah, I thought Blitz might have got that one. Again, 2-1. I thought Blitz got that one.
Blitz beating Bracy 2-1.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And you were there that day.
Yeah, it was at Zombie Shack.
Cool. Hang on. All right. Did you see Quill versus Koj in the ring?
Yeah. There's another funny one that. So I organised like an after party for that event. And I remember being outside, and Koj and Quill were stood outside, still arguing about whether there's a flat Earth or not. Like they.
That's literally so.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I've never heard.
No, I thought that Koj won that one. That was one where it was a bit like. It looked like it was a bit rough for Koj at that period of time. Like he just got like smoked by Joker Star, and it looked like he was on his last legs. Obviously, he wasn't. It's fine, but I thought Koj got that one. I remember him having a good flip about like Quill dissed his beard, and he was like, "You only said that because you can't grow your beard," and everyone like, yeah, it was a good moment. Yeah, I'd say Koj got that one 3-0 for me.
Okay. Do you want another blast from the past?
Yeah, let's do it.
Kiz versus DMAC.
Did that happen?
That was Academy qualifiers, I believe.
Oh, no, I don't remember that one. I've seen DMAC before a few times, but I don't think I saw that battle.
Okay, so you weren't there that day? Or you didn't see it in any case?
I've not seen that battle because I don't think I'd ever encountered Kiz until last summer.
Okay. Lord Bentner versus Fuse, also Academy qualifiers 2018. You weren't at that event that day, no?
No, I guess not.
Okay,
Sure.
okay. Okay. Okay, so I've gone through a lot of the battles. Let me just see if there's any. What I am trying to do as well, I'm trying to go through some of the international battles to just get draft opinions. So I'm not putting this in the spreadsheet yet because I want to figure out how I'm going to go about judging the international battles. Can I ask you, right, Caveman, get your opinion? International battles, right? So say you have one person that's from the UK or Ireland, and you have one person from outside the UK and Ireland. How do you think I should be doing that? Because at the minute, for a lot of these, right, for most battles, I have a list of all the battlers in Prem in order of how many battles they've done. So Sam Hype's done like 20 battles, right? And then Matter has done such and such, and Celeste's done such and such. And the way I'm doing it is whenever I need to get a battle judged, I pick from this list, from the highest person who's on the list that was there that day and is able to give me an opinion on a battle. I take the three highest ranked people on that list and I get their judgments, I get their opinions, and I put them into the spreadsheet, and I create the projections from that. But I'm not sure if that's the way to do the international battles, because if you have three Prem people who are judging a battle between a Prem person and an international, then I'm not. Is that fair in your eyes, or how should I go about it?
I'd say it's rare you'll get an event where there's only one international. There's normally a couple. So maybe try and factor in, get one of those internationals to judge the other one. Okay. But
do you think it's okay for internationals in the same card to judge each other, or is there bias there?
Well, you're trying to balance out the bias that's in the Prem guys, right? So
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Okay.
Maybe two Prem guys and then one other international.
I was thinking, right, you have one UK person, you have one person from the internationals country, and then you have one person from a different country, whether that's Ireland or another country, you know. Do you think as well, like the way I'm doing this is I'm trying to get the opinions of people who were in the room for all these battles. Do you think that should still be the case with international battles? Because I know for some, like in the past, like you know yourself, there's been some battles, like King of the Dots, they've done tournaments. Prem has done the Anarchy tournament, and that's been online judging. But that's because those were battles during lockdown, you know? So do you think it's appropriate that I should get people, big up No List Chat. We're doing, I know obviously I'm focusing on talking about Prem battles at the minute in terms of who people thought won and lost. I definitely will be looking to talk more about battles on No List Chat in the future and get stats and stuff done up if I ever manage to get through a bunch of those battles, and get people on to give their opinions. But yeah, as I say, but it is an interesting topic anyway, and it is something I'm thinking about. Do you think would be appropriate?
Honestly, I do think people in the room. For me personally, I think battles are won and lost in the room, innit? I don't think that's my personal opinion. I think as an MC, your job is to make the room think you won the battle. I think that's the game. I think that's what you're trying to, in my opinion, that's what you're trying to achieve. And people might look back on it with a different lens in years to come or in other places or whatever. I think what happened that day is that's what I think is what happened. Do you know what I mean? Personally.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I am interested. I'll just let me just see how we're fixed at the minute at this time. What I'll do, hang on. There is a couple of battles, actually, international battles. I do want to get your opinion on, just to have in case I do decide to put it in the spreadsheet. Did you see Bobby versus Fate?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. How did you call
Yeah.
that?
I probably had that one 2-1 to Bobby. 2-1 to Bobby. I wasn't really into Fate. I thought it was a bit bland, honestly.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah. I thought Bobby was good that day.
Okay. Did you see Viz versus Pathogenic?
No. There's a battle rapper called Papa Jack.
Hang on. Yeah, the Pathogenic's sick. Literally, he is called Pathogenic. He got hit by a train. He had a bar about the Pope mobile.
From where? Where did he get the train from?
No. That's the two things. The two of the things that Path is known for. Path had a bar.
Oh, Papa Jack. Sorry, I thought he said his name was Papa Jack, like some redneck.
What?
I think you know Papa Jack. Why are you catching the train to fucking Battle Visual? And but Pathogenic. No, I got that day. That day.
Pathogenic.
No,
Pathogenic.
Pathogenic. Right. Yeah. No. I didn't see that one. I got there a little late that day.
Okay. Hang on. Let me take a look here. Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do? I had a couple of dropouts this evening. I had a couple of, people saying that they'd call in late. It is now late. Whatever's happened, like there's one or two people that haven't been able to make it. It's all good, I'm not like, we all have lives, as a song comes up that people can't make a live stream about battle rap, I get it. Thank you, Kiev, for checking in. I want to give a shout out as well to Mav for sharing his thoughts. Like I'm making progress because like there is an ambition with this. Like I want to be able to have a big ranking where I can say I can take into account promo battles in terms of how many battles people have won and lost, and have that as like, because obviously this isn't something that's official in terms of what Premier Battles regards as official, but in my view, it's as close as you can get to having something authoritative, And I'm looking forward to seeing like the outcome of me getting all these projections together, and So I appreciate you coming in to talk with me, Kiev. I may try and do these a bit more frequently as well, because like if there's a day other than Wednesdays that works, and if somebody's free for a while, like I'll figure it out, But thank you again, man. I appreciate it.
Sunday's always a good one to sit and talk some shit in the evening.
Yeah. Do you know what it is though? Like Sundays haven't recently worked that well for me. So that's why I've been sort of doing midweek. But I take your point. I may do Sundays, I'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. It's been good to talk some battle rap with fellow battle rap nerd. Yeah, love, man. Hope you're good. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, man. Right. Goodbye.